Ocho Cinco, was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
I hate Andy Dalton, but you hold on, I forgot. We got fucking Andy Dalton, the fucking Red Rocket. I'm sorry.
He's going for the touchdown. Caldwell Pope. How about that one, baby?
You gotta make a name for yourself. You gotta go out on a limb.
That's all you gotta say. The dude is gonna put up numbers. He's not gonna fold.
You just wait and watch, man. You just wait and watch.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to NFL Weekly Matchup. New host this year. It's your boy, Chris. I know you're a big NFL guy. How do you feel about NFL coming back?
I'm ready for NFL. You guys know I'm not, I'm the host for the college show. I do the hosting there. I don't know as much about college, but I do know a lot about the NFL. I would say I watch NFL a lot more. I pay attention a lot more. I do watch college as well, but I know a lot more players in NFL. So I'm very excited. Big fantasy football guy as well. We play college fantasy, I guess, DraftKings as well, too. So, that's always fun. It's always been a big thing in NFL, and we're doing our own league this year. So, very excited. A lot of off-season moves. Just looking forward to it.
I'm not a big NFL guy, but I'm going to do my best this year to try to get an NFL, playing my first. I think it is my first ever NFL fantasy league. So I'm pretty excited about that. But we're going to go over our division winners this episode. We're going to start off with the NFC North. Chris, who you got coming in the fourth spot?
So the NFC North, we'll just kind of go through it here. The NFC North, could be up for grabs this year. You got the Lions, you got the Packers, you got the Bears, and you got the Vikings. Vikings, I believe, won it last year, but I don't know. I've just never really been a big fan of the Vikings, especially after they beat the Saints in that Minnesota Miracle. I can't stand the Vikings, to be honest with you. But number 4 spot, I actually have a tie at 6-11. I wrote down there. Got the Packers and the Bears there. Packers losing Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, they got Jordan Love now. Haven't seen much out of him, don't much about him, and they got a young team. They got 2 good running backs, but they got young receivers with Jordan Love. He doesn't really have a veteran presence. He's got a young tight end as well. Packers defense, I know they got Alexander and stuff, but not too huge on the Packers. I'd be shocked if they make a run for the division. Love would have to play like a superstar, but anybody you have in the fourth? Do you have somebody in the 4th spot?
4th spot, I also got the Packers too. Like I said, I really don't know much if I'll do my best, but I know Aaron Rodgers getting traded from there. I think that's going to be a big loss. I don't think Love is going to be able to fill that position, so I got Packers at 4.
Yeah, and Rodgers didn't really play great last year, but I don't think he really wanted to be there. I know we'll see what he does at in New York, but and the 3rd spot, I guess you'd say 3rd spot, I have the Bears. Bears coming in at 3rd spot. I could see them getting 7 wins as well. I got them at 6-11 as well. But you don't really know about the Bears. Justin Fields, he did play okay last year. If he can, step up, throw in the game, and I do like the addition of DJ Moore. They added DJ Moore from Carolina. He actually scored a touchdown on the first play of the preseason game, I believe, the other day. And got the tight end from the Packers, Tunyon. He's going to play backup to Kmet. And they lost David Montgomery, but they do have Khalil Herbert and Dante Foreman out of the backfield on the offensive side. Got the tight end from Tennessee, but with some more weapons with Fields, I could see him having a better season than the Bears. The Bears, I think, will be somewhere around that 6 or 7 win mark.
Yeah, I got the Bears at 3 too. I was a big fan of Justin Fields, especially in college when he entered that transfer portal, and I thought he was going to come to Florida, but he didn't. He's a good young quarterback. Like Chris said, adding DJ Moore, that's more weapons for him. So I got the Bears at 3, and then at number 2, I got the Lions. Don't know what to say about that. It's got the Lions.
You just got the Lions. Anything to say? They got. I'll tell you a little bit about the Lions. They got Jared Goff, who's been good the last couple of years. I know. Like I said, Bryson's going to pay attention this year. He's going to learn about the teams, and he's going to know a little bit more. And we didn't say before, but my brother will be with us as well sometimes. But the Lions got Jared Goff in the backfield. They got Jamar Gibbs from Alabama. Jamar Gibbs. He was good at Georgia Tech. Yeah, they drafted Gibbs. They lost Swift. They don't have Swift. He's on the Eagles now. And they got David Montgomery, who was from the Bears. But I actually do not have the Lions at 2 while you're in that. I got the Lions at number 1, but Number 2 spot, I got the Minnesota Vikings finishing at 8-9. They have one of the hardest schedules in the NFL. Oh, well, yeah, one of the hardest schedules, I believe. They have a week where they have a tough stretch. The first 5 games, they play the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Eagles. 3 of those 5 games are those games. I definitely see them, at most winning 3 games out of that. I forgot who the other 2 teams they play, but I don't see them winning those games. Kirk Cousins is going to have to step it up. I know they added Addison, I believe from USC. I think it was Jordan Addison and cornerback from USC, Blackman. They had added him. They lost Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's no longer there no more. He's a free agent now, but they still got Madison, who's played good. I think they overperformed last year. They won the division, and I don't know. I'm a bigger fan of the Lions, and I'll tell you why here. The Lions. Clay was really high on them last year. Clay had the Lions winning the division last year. They almost made the playoffs. I believe it came down to I think it was the Lions and the Packers at the end of the season, if I can't remember.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, we know you don't know, but Lions, Packers at the end of the season. It came down to the wire. They almost made the playoffs. I think they were in a battle with the Seahawks, and I think the Seahawks ended up making it if I do not mistake. But they got Jamar Gibbs, who's a weapon in the backfield, receiving back. He can run. He can do it all. They added some defensive players as well, and Amon St. Brown. He gets better every year. I like St. Brown at the receiver spot.
What's their tight end?
I'm trying to think. They lost Hawkinson. I don't know who they got at. Did they get Dalton Schultz went to the Texans? That's a great question. I can't remember off the top of my head. But either way, I've never been a big fan of Jared Goff, but I do like, he's been playing better, and the defense is good. I do like the coach. I do like their coach. Dang, I can't. You're blanking on me, but I do know the coach, big beard guy. He's motivated. I know they lost Jamal Williams, who's kind of the heart of the team, who's on New Orleans now. Hey, we'll get to them in just a little while. They might be Super Bowl bound, but anyway, I like the Lions finishing at 10-7. I got the Lions just ahead of the Vikings at 10-7.
Oh, number 1, I got the Vikings just for one reason: Kirk Cousins. Does your chain hang low? You like that? Call this a long shot. Watch out for MVP for him. I like Kirk
Justin
Cousins.
Jefferson.
That duo right there is absolutely disgusting.
It's more of a Justin Jefferson's just.
That's a straight dog. But I like that duo. All right, so let's go to NFC East. Chris, you're number 4.
Number 4 spot. If I can find it here, I'm scrolling through. I had the Washington Commanders. You know why? Because they're called the Washington Commanders. They need to change the name. I've heard they're going to change the name again. I believe they have a new owner now. I forgot what happened. Somebody bought them out, or the owner resigned. I can't remember. Anyway, I think I remember looking. They do have a tough schedule. I have them at 4-13. They still have they've always had somewhat of a talented defense. Chase Young, if he could stay healthy. They got Sam Howell from North Carolina. You remember Sam Howell?
Really?
Yeah, he's the starter now, supposedly. I don't even know who the backup is off the top of my head, but Sam Howell is the starter from North Carolina as of now, I believe. And I like Sam Howell, but it's his first year. He's in a tough division. Teams that are getting better. And they had if I'm not mistaken, they had a tough stretch of road games in there. I believe they played it was like 3 or 4 stretch of road games where I don't see him winning any of those games. I don't see how they finish anywhere outside of the 4 spot in this.
So you can see I have right down right here, I thought it was Redskins,
That's fine. You can say that.
I got Commanders at 4. Like I said, I don't know who they really have. I know Chase Young went there. I like Sam Howell. I think great quarterback of college. I just hope
they got Robinson. Remember he got shot last year, running back. Remember? From Alabama.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's the starter, projected to be the starter over Gibson. They kind of got a 2-back set over there.
I like Sam Howell. He was good at North Carolina. Really good pocket passer. Hopefully he can,
he can run a little bit too, I believe.
Hopefully he can, not have that. I don't know what you would call that Johnny Manziel or Tim Tebow.
No, I don't
good
see
college.
That. I just don't think like he's got Dotson, who's supposed to have a good this year. He's got Terry McLaurin. He's got a couple. I just don't know. I just don't know about all the weapons around him. And I don't know. It's his first year, and he's in a tough division, tight division.
So at number 3, Chris, who do you have?
Number 3, I got the New York Giants. As much as I think they improved, they got Darren Waller. I like Darren Waller addition. They got the Tennessee receiver, Jalen Hyatt. I don't know if you knew that. Jalen Hyatt, who scored 5 touchdowns against Alabama in that game. I've heard he's had a good camp. They signed Danny Dimes to a big contract. Don't know if it's that good or bad. I believe.
Shout out to Joey.
Yeah, shout out to Joe. Good contract for Danny Dimes, and I believe they tagged Saquon Barkley. But I have the Giants finishing at 7-10. I could have seen them winning a few more games. The next team I can't stand. I hope they lose every game of the season. But Giants, I got them around the 7-win mark. Could be a little bit more, could be one less. But don't be surprised. Giants beat some teams they're not supposed to.
Number 3, I got the Cowgirls.
All right, yeah.
I don't like them. I like Michael Parsons. I do like him.
Hey, I'll tell you right. Hey, Micah Parsons is probably the best player in the NFL.
That is a man.
Micah Parsons is probably the best player in the NFL.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I know Cowboys usually have a great defense or decent defense.
I mean, they had a good defense. They added some weapons too this year.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys defense is going to only be the best thing for them this year. But I got Cowgirls at 3. Number 2.
Number 2, I got the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys finishing I got them at 11-6 after going through their schedule. I think the Cowboys going to be pretty good. They got Stephon Gilmore. I believe he was on the Patriots last time. They got Brandon Cooks, who's another weapon for them. I believe they still have Gallup. They have CD Lamb. If Dak Prescott can stay healthy, as much as I don't like him, they should do good. They did get rid of Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott's no longer there. He's still a free agent as of now.
Tony Pollard's there, right?
Tony Pollard's a starter. I love Tony Pollard. He's good. They lost Dalton Schultz, who was good. He was probably Dak Prescott's favorite, one of Dak Prescott's favorite targets. Still got a decent defense. They got Micah Parsons, who I think is the best player in the NFL. Cowboys, as much as I hate them, they're probably going to be good. I don't have them finishing in the 1 spot, but I have them finishing at number 2.
All right, number 2, I got the Philadelphia Dogs. I mean, they draft every Georgia player, and their defense is going to be really good. I like Jalen Hurts. I think
Time out. You have the New York Giants at number 1.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Just keep going. Go ahead, keep going.
Yes.
Finish with the Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles. Like I said, I got Eagles number 2. They draft every Georgia player they got. I think they're going to have a great defense. I like Jalen Hurts. He's what's the word I'm trying to find? Really progress as an NFL quarterback.
Sure.
But yeah, Eagles at 2.
Go ahead with your number 1.
Number
I wanna
1.
hear this.
Give it to Giants. Now we'll say this. One of our buddies is a big Giants fan. And I asked him the other night, I was like, what do you think about your Giants? He's liking everything. He's here for training camp. Danny Dimes, he says, is playing decent. If Saquon can stay healthy, he's going to be a dog. Give it to Giants.
I didn't hear these things. I did not hear these things from Joe, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Giants, I think the Giants can be good, but there's no possible way I don't think the Eagles are number 1. Eagles could be the best team in football, maybe. I do have a tough schedule. I think they have a stretch of games where they play the Bills, Chiefs, Niners, and Cowboys in a row towards the end of the season. So that's a tough schedule. But they did add a lot of Eagles. They added Jalen Carter. They added Nolan Smith, who I heard is really good. Obviously,
led Georgia. Before he got hurt, was leading Georgia in tackles.
They got all the UGA players. They still got Jalen Hurts. They got DeAndre Swift now too, who actually they're projecting Kenneth Gainwell to be the starter. But yeah, I think the Eagles. Well, I don't think the Eagles run like 5 running backs anyway half the time. They still got Devontae Smith, who's elite. They still got what's the other receiver's name? AJ Brown, who's probably one of the best in the NFL. Dallas Goedert at tight end. Defense is good. Like I said, defense, they got so much on defense. This could be the Super Bowl team. I know last year they had the Eagles easy schedule, but they're just going to be really good. Eagles, I got them finishing at 12-5. So,
now I'm probably saying this conference right here, the NFC South, is probably Chris's favorite conference.
Well, obviously, it's got my favorite team in it. Wouldn't you think so?
So, number 4, who do you got?
Number 4, I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Obviously, they lost Brady. I believe they lost and gained some pieces on defense. They got what's his name? What's the running back's name? I can't remember off the top of my head. Running back, they lost Leonard Fournette, but they got the young running back from last year. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, I'll find it in a minute. But still got Mike Evans. They still got, I believe, Godwin. Defense, like I said, they lost some pieces, but they added some pieces as well. But they're going to Baker Mayfield. I know Tom Brady's wasn't as good as he was. I don't know. I could see this team being decent. I don't think it's going to be all Baker Mayfield style. I like Baker. I mean, he played good towards the end when he came back last year. He said Mike Evans is probably the best receiver he's ever played with. And, but this is going to be a tough division. Well, it's a close division. I could see him finishing the 3 spot maybe, but I don't see him finishing better than that. I got him at 6-11. So, yeah.
When's Kyle Trask going to get the chance?
I've heard he's terrible. I've watched him a little bit. He sucks.
I just want to know. Give the man a chance.
I think he did play something, but I think they gave him a chance, and he sucked. But
Number 4, I got them Dirty Birds. I think it's stupid that
it's a wrong pick.
They drafted another running back. I can't think of
Bijan Robinson. I've heard he's projected. There's no way he's going to be.
But what's the young running back they had last
Tyler Algier, he ran for 1,000 yards.
I did.
From North Carolina.
I think that was stupid of them, but yeah, got the Falcons at 4.
Yeah, I mean, they got Desmond Ridder, but Falcons did add a lot on defense, and they added Bijan, who's going to be elite. But yeah, number 3, I'll go to number 3 here. I got the Carolina Panthers. Now, I could see this going Carolina possibly being really, really good or not so good. If Bryce Young sucks, they're not going to be good at all. They're going to be the worst team in the division. But I think Bryce Young is good. I haven't finished at 8-9, but secondary is not that good. I believe they struggled in the secondary last year. I just don't see it. Lost DJ Moore. I don't know who they added at receiver. I think they got. He just doesn't. I don't think he has a whole lot of weapons to work with. He's got Miles Sanders. I don't know. I just don't see him coming in. I could see. I see around 7 or 8 wins for this team, and they could finish 4th in this. But if Bryce Young and he comes out and plays like he's a superstar, it's going to be different. But I just don't see it right away.
I got the Bucks at 3. I like Baker Mayfield. I think he's a very good quarterback. But like I said, losing Tom Brady, that's tough for that team. And number 2, Chris.
Number 2, I got the Atlanta Falcons. I got number 2. I actually haven't finished the same as number 1. I had them at 9-8. I think Falcons are going to be good. They added a lot of defensive pieces. They got Bijan Robinson, who's going to be a lead out of the backfield and catching the ball and running the ball. Not 100% if he's going to be like the star. I mean, Falcons like running the ball. They're going to run different running backs. See if Kyle Pitts can live up his potential and Drake London and all these weapons they have. I mean, they have a lot of young weapons. We'll see. The big question is Desmond Ridder. Is Desmond Ridder going to be good? If he's going to be worth the crap? Not really sure. He did. I think he had some – I don't think he's thrown an interception. I know he hasn't really gotten a whole lot of chance, but I know when I watched him in the preseason, he didn't look great last year. But I don't know. I think this defense is going to be really good. I think the Falcons they got a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the ball. I like them better than the other 2 teams. So.
Number 2, I got Carolina. I'm going to be riding high on Bryce Young this year. He was a very good quarterback in college, in my opinion. He should have won MVP. I mean, not MVP. Heisman.
Let's go.
Sorry. He should have won Heisman. Great quarterback, college. Hopefully he can keep it going. Number 1.
Number 1, I got the New Orleans Saints, and I'm thinking after watching that preseason game today, I think they're going to be even better. I think this team is going to be really good. Let me tell you about them. They got a good defense. Saints have had a good defense the last few years. They've gotten screwed years past. They added Derek Carr. Like Derek Carr, they said this offense compares to John Gruden when John Gruden was there. That's what similar. He's familiar with this offense. They got Michael Thomas coming back, who hopefully he doesn't stub his toe and is out for the rest of the year. Alvin Kamara is out for 3 games, I believe, but he's still going to. I mean, he's still elite. They got the young running back. They got Jamal Williams, who's going to be just even if he's no good, he's going to do so good for that locker room. Michael Thomas. They got Chris Olave, who was elite last year from Ohio State. They still got what's the young receiver's name? Can't remember off the top of my head. I like him a lot. I like him for fantasy. Can't remember off the top of my head the one that stepped up last year, but he's really good. And they got Wake Forest receiver who's really good today in preseason, AJ or AT Perry, something like that. Perry, I liked him. I played him a lot on DraftKings in college football. He was good at Wake Forest. Got Jawan Johnson, tight end, Taysom Hill still. Defense is elite. Still got Lattimore. They lost Davenport. But they got somebody to replace him. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not good with names. But anyway, the defense is going to be good. The offense is going to be good. But I do have this division before watching today and make me get a little bit more excited thinking this team's going to be really good because I think Derek Carr is going to be elite and they just have so many offensive weapons. I have this game coming down to the last game. I believe it's in New Orleans. They play in New Orleans against the Falcons, and I have it coming down to those two teams.
I remember when I got Saints. I think Saints made the dumbest move getting rid of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. For some
he's not even on the Eagles now. He's on Detroit too. So yeah.
It was a stupid trade, wasn't it, for him?
Yeah, they got a few picks, but I think it was
But yeah, I got Saints at 1. I like to see what Derek Carr is going to do. Great quarterback. NFC West 4.
That's all you got to say about my Saints? Come on now.
I mean, Saints, they still got old boy.
Who's that?
Oh.
All right, we're good.
Where's the arm sleeves?
Arm sleeves.
This defensive end. Tyler.
Cameron Jordan. Oh no, the one on Cleveland, on Cincinnati. No, he's been gone. He's on Cincinnati. He was in Cincinnati. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep it going. Like I said, Saints got them to win that division. What division?
They were going NFC West.
NFC West. NFC West. I think this one's somewhat simple, but not somewhat. I guess not simple, but I got number 4. Possibly the worst team in football. I got the Arizona Cardinals. Like I said, this is his 3rd year. I got Kyler Murray playing baseball after next year. He's not going to be here for long. I don't think he's going to be ready for the regular season. But I don't know. I just don't like Kyler Murray. I think he's good, maybe a fantasy quarterback every now and then. I did draft him in fantasy. He did win me my fantasy league, I believe, the first year. But he's not good. I don't like Kyler Murray. He's got Rondale Moore. They lost Hopkins. I know Hopkins was out, but I don't have Hopkins. I don't know. I'm telling you, Kyler Murray, if he's not on a different team, if you don't try baseball, he's going to be on a different team next year. But I believe he should go try baseball and see how that works out. They did. I believe they added some offensive linemen in the offseason, if I'm not mistaken. But maybe that'll help him out. But he's not going to be ready. They got Colt McCoy as the backup, who's going to be for the first 2 games. He's not that bad. I don't mind Colt McCoy, but just nothing wows me on their roster. So I got Arizona at 4, finishing 3-14, maybe 4-13.
Yeah, I got Cardinals here. I know what D-Hop went to the Titans, right?
Yep.
Hey, Lord and the Son. Now, the other thing I got Cardinals at 4, I don't know if you saw it or not. There's a picture of Kyler Murray at practice with the crop top. Didn't like that. I lied to you. Did not like that. But yeah, I got Cardinals at 4. I don't see them winning much games. Number 3,
I got the Los Angeles Rams. I got the Rams finish 3, even though they added the boy Stetson Bennett from Georgia, who might already be the backup, got a good contract. Still got Stafford. They got the Georgia boys over there. The Rams they got Cooper Kupp. He's coming back from injury. But they didn't have, they don't have salary cap to really sign nobody. If everything went right, at most, I could see 8 wins, and that's going to be if Cooper Kupp is elite, Stafford's elite, defense plays good. Cam Akers has a great season. I believe Akers, I believe it's his backfield now. But Stafford's got to stay healthy. Maybe if Stafford doesn't stay healthy, maybe Bennett comes in, leads them all the way. But I said I do like Kupp, but I just don't see it. I got them finishing around 6-11. Like I said, at most, I could see them winning 8 games.
I'll be honest with you here. I don't know much about this division, but I just got Seattle at 3.
Seattle, Seattle. It could be the Rams or Seattle. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's all I got to say. Seattle at 3.
Seattle at 3. So I got Seattle at 2, finishing 8-9. They did get Ohio State receiver Jackson. I don't know how to play his name. In Jigba. Njigba Jackson, Njigba, who's at Ohio State. He's going to be the third receiver. They got DK Metcalf. They got Tyler Lockett. Geno Smith had a good year last year. He's elite. Wasn't elite when he played for the Giants, and Joey's probably mad about that because he still could be playing there. But got a lot of weapons. They got Bobby Wagner back. They added some of their defense back. Tough games late in the schedule, I believe. Looking at the schedule, I can't remember off the top of my head who they play, but and they didn't lose. Like I said, Geno. It all depends on Geno. Geno has what way he played last year. They could be. I believe they were just inside the play. I think they made it last game inside the playoffs last year, if I'm not mistaken. But I got them finishing around 8 and 9.
All right, Chris, number 2.
Sorry. Seahawks. What'd you have?
Sorry, I never out of the Niners. McCaffrey could say healthy.
Hold on. Time out. You got the Rams at number 1.
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. I got them at number 2, 49ers at number 2. If Christian can stay healthy, I know he gets hurt pretty much every season. And then at number 1, I got the Rams. It's everything is lining up for Stetson Bennett here for the best Netflix film movie ever. Okay. Walk on, 2-time champion, gets drafted. Stafford goes down. Bennett comes in. He's holding that Super Bowl trophy.
He's technically not the backup right now, but he will be, yeah.
Mark my words. It's rigged. The NFL's rigged. Everything's rigged. New Netflix series. How about them dogs? And it's going to be about Stetson Bennett.
It could be about the Eagles, too. I mean, what if the Rams and Eagles meet up in the NFC Championship?
Yeah, Georgia versus Georgia.
Yeah, that'd be wild. Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't take it. But number 1, easy. No way. The only way that if the Seattle takes this division, that's the only way I can see it. But or if Matthew Stafford plays out of his mind and the Rams somehow win this. But I got the Niners easy. They still got a good defense. They parted away with Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm not sure about Brock Purdy. What's he going to do? I heard he threw like 4 picks in a practice or whatever. They still got Trey Lance. They got the Sam Darnold, who I don't mind Sam Darnold. Both of them, Sam Darnold. There was a report that came out. If they made the Super Bowl last year, they called Phillip Rivers to come out of retirement.
Is Sam Darnold still seeing ghosts these days, or?
No, I like Sam Darnold. He was good at USC, and I don't mind Sam Darnold. He wasn't bad for Carolina. I got them finishing at 11-6. That at offense. They got McCaffrey. They got Deebo Samuel. They got George Kittle. Just some of the best players in the NFL. Nick Bosa. I just don't not see him win this division, even if the quarterbacks play like trash.
All right, we're going to go to AFC North.
We did all the NFC?
Yes, sir, we did.
Okay, we're going to AFC.
AFC North.
All right, so we're going to the AFC here. Probably the better of the two. NFC is good, but AFC, AFC's just got some elite talent. I'll go to number 4 spot. Did I have another number 4? I don't even know if I wrote down the first team. Go ahead, Bryce. You got number 4.
Number 4, I got them Ravens.
Why you got the Ravens, Bryce?
Because they just – I just don't think they're hitting on nothing. Is Harbaugh still there?
Harbaugh, John Harbaugh, yeah.
So he's still there, okay. Like I said, I don't know much about him.
Got Lamar Jackson. I'll
what's running back?
You making me think.
JT.
JT.
Oh, who am I thinking of?
Dang.
J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins, yes. He's probably that kid projected. He might be good this year.
He
can
like
stay
him.
Healthy.
I like J.K. Dobbins. But yeah, I got the Ravens going at 4.
Yeah. Number 4, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers. I forgot to go through their schedule. But Kenny Pickett, he's okay. I'll tell you what I'm most excited to see. 7-footer, Darnell Washington at tight end. I'm excited for that. They're saying he's doing good. He might be the backup to Freiermuth. Pickens is unbelievable. Pickens might be taking off this year. Steelers could be good. This is a tough division. I don't see anybody. I could see them around 7 wins or so or more. Anybody can honestly win this somehow, some division. But and they still, defense is always pretty good for the Steelers. They got Najee Harris. He's kind of up and down. I don't know. It kind of depends on the quarterback play. Is Kenny Pickett the real deal or not? Yeah.
All right, number 3. Who you got?
Number 3, I got the Cleveland Browns. I got the Cleveland Browns, I believe, around 9 wins or so. Honestly, I could see the Browns win this. I mean, I don't think the Browns win the division. If Deshaun Watson plays like he did at Houston for the Texans, I mean, he's good coming back. I mean, they're going to be good. He's got the full year this year, I guess you could say. Last year he came, late and didn't look good really. Didn't look like himself. He's getting the full offseason under his belt. Tough division, but they did add the Jets receiver who I think is going to have a big season, and he's good for fantasy. Elijah Moore, he was good in college. Didn't do too much for the Jets. They got Nick Chubb, who, I mean, might be the best, probably is the best pure runner in football. I mean, and they still got Amari Cooper. The defense, they got Myles Garrett. This team could win the division. I mean, if Deshaun Watson plays, if he's elite like he was at Houston, they got a good offensive line. Believe still, I mean, this team could be really good. They could beat some teams. Like I say about the Giants, they could beat some teams they're not supposed to beat. And I like the Cleveland Browns.
Number 3, I got the Steelers. I like Kenny Pickett's. They still got Najee Harris.
Who? Steelers?
Yes. I mean, if he stays healthy, I know he's a big unit back there. Number 2, Chris.
Number 2, I got the Baltimore Ravens, and I actually have them tied with the Bengals. Baltimore Ravens, they added Zay Flowers in the draft. Zay Flowers, great receiver. Odell Beckham. They got Odell. Too bad Lamar's not. I'm not great on Lamar throwing the ball. I think he's great. He's got Mark Andrews. He got a lot of weapons. Finally got some weapons for him. I hate Marquise Brown's not there no more because he was good with Lamar. But yeah, I mean, I probably see the Bengals finishing ahead of them. But I mean, this team's gonna be good. Lamar's probably got a chip under his shoulder. I think they're gonna get back in the mix. They're gonna be good. I like Harbaugh. I like this team. I believe they still have Marcus Peters. I don't know if he had a great year. I believe he didn't have too great of a year last year, but I just like this team adding the weapons and Lamar Jackson. Even though, he just makes plays. I mean, he's going to be good. As much as you hate him or like him, he just makes plays. I mean, he's a good player. So, and I like coach. So Ravens, I got at number 2, 11. I got them finishing 11-6, 11 or 10 wins.
All right, and my number 2, I got the Browns, the massage specialists. I like Deshaun. I think he's going to do good for the Browns. But did he only play like 3 or 4 games towards the end of the season?
Yeah, I believe it was
playing the full season this year. If he can stay out of trouble, I think he'll be pretty good. And number 1,
I got Joe Shiesty. I got Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Now, Joe Burrow did get hurt. He did get a calf injury. He may be out. Jamar Chase said he wouldn't mind if he sat out week 1, but he was already throwing, I believe, in the preseason game on the sidelines. They signed an offensive lineman, Orlando Brown, which they needed. They needed a tackle. I wish they'd give my boy at Grovetown a little bit more chance. Got to see him some. They got Miles Murphy, edge rusher from Cleveland. They got Jordan Battle, Alabama safety. I mean, they added a lot. They got Charlie Jones, who probably not going to play much, but he was a good receiver at Purdue. They got Chase Brown, Illinois running back, who was a beast in college. He was good in college. Probably be a good number 2. They lost Samaje Perine, so he's going to be behind Joe Mixon. Going to be good for him. Should be just as good, if not better, this year. I got them tied. I got them 11 or 12 wins, just depending on Burrow. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Jamar Chase is going to be good. Still got Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins. I mean, this team could be Super Bowl bound again. They're going to be good. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, everyone, I got Joe Burr at like I said, their receiver core is deep. I like Jamar Chase. I told Chris, I think it's in a couple years ago, I said this man is going to be a beast in the NFL, and he has shown it.
You did say that. I'll give you that.
So next, we're going to go AFC.
And I will say it just all kind of depends on the offensive line. And, offensive line has been up and down for the Bengals each year. So if the offensive line if you had a lead offensive line, this team would be really hard to stop, and if defense plays well. But yeah, go ahead.
Next, we're going AFC East.
AFC East, number 4 spot, I got the New England Patriots. Mac Jones and the New England Patriots. I got them at number 3. I know they got Bill Belichick. They got Stevenson, who I think is going to be good. Ramondre Stevenson, who's taking over the backfield at New England. And I think he's going to be – everybody thinks he's going to be a good fantasy play. I mean, he catches the ball and everything, can run it. But, I mean, they added like Juju Smith-Schuster's their number one receiver. They got Devontae Parker. They did add the tight end, Kincaid. Didn't they add? No, that's not Kincaid. They added Gesicki. Excuse me. They didn't get. They added the tight end, who's a good receiver. That's going to be. I think he's going to play a bigger factor than what most people think. He's a good. Somebody just missed a putt. Anyway, we're watching golf as we're doing this. So, but yeah, Gesicki, I think he's going to be a good weapon. The Patriots like to run 2 tight end sets. So, but they do have a tough schedule. Number 1 toughest schedule in the NFL.
Patriots do?
Yes. So I got them finishing 6-11. It's going to be tough for them.
Yeah, I also got Patriots at number 4. I don't think Matt Jones is going to do anything big this season.
It's kind of the thing is, it's kind of make or break year for the Patriots. I mean, they could come out and play really good, but I just don't see it.
Number 3.
You had Patriots number 4 too.
Yes,
you said, correct?
yes.
Number 3, I got the Miami Dolphins. I love the Miami Dolphins. If Tua can stay healthy, this team could be really, really, really good. They got the 2 corners, I believe. I can't even remember off the top of my head the names, but good defense, pretty good defense. 2 of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. I mean, how do you stop that? You got Mostert, who's one of the fastest running backs in the NFL. And Tua is good. Tua is good, but I got them finished at number 3. Like I said, it all kind of depends if Tua can stay healthy. They did. Who did they? I think they added a quarterback, I believe, behind them. I can't remember. But, yeah, I got them finishing around 9 or 10 wins. I got them 9 and 8. They could surpass that if Tua stays healthy. But, yeah, Miami, I got number 3.
My number 3, I got the Jets. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers can lead this team. I do like what's the corner?
Sauce Gardner.
Yes. Savage. That man is a savage. He's got a little swag to himself.
Garrett Wilson from Ohio State. He's going to be elite this year.
But I got the Jets at 3.
Yeah, I could see the Jets finishing the 3 spot here. Everybody's hyped on the Jets. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers didn't play great last year. He's got a young team around him. Don't be surprised. It's a lot of young players around Aaron Rodgers. Don't be surprised if they're not as good as what everybody thinks. But I got the Jets at number 2. Got them finishing around 10 wins. Not much better than the Dolphins. And the big question, like I said, it's all, the NFL comes back behind quarterback play a lot of times. Quarterback get blamed a lot. And they still got Breece Hall. I think Breece Hall's coming back at running back. But, the Jets could be really good. They got Garrett Wilson. They got a lot of weapons. They added Allen Lazard. They got Miko Hardman from fast receiver from the Chiefs. I expect, and they added, I believe, another tight end from the Packers that came with him. Aaron Rodgers, he actually wants to be here. I think they're going to be – I don't see him being totally bad. They may not be as good as what everybody thinks. I don't see him Super Bowl back. This team could come out and win a bunch of games. I just don't think – the thing is, Aaron Rodgers, he don't have a whole lot of time left. He's probably got 2, good years left at most. So, they're going to want to win right away. I just think this team's too young around him.
And my number 2, I got the Dolphins. Great young team. I like Tua. You got Waddle and Tyreek as your receivers. Waddle was nasty, and Tyreek's got 99 speed. But
more than that.
Yeah, I got Dolphins at 2 and number 1.
Number 1, I got the Buffalo Bills. What was you saying? What did we say when we watched the Chiefs and Bills game? I can't remember.
Josh Allen, we're 17 seconds on the clock. Touchdown right here.
Yeah, Bills, they're just, they're going to be good. I don't think too much change for them, but they got Dalton Kincaid, good tight. I think he was the second best, not the first best tight end in the draft. Still got Diggs, still got Davis. James Cook starting this year from Georgia. I like James Cook. He played good, I believe, towards the end of the season last year. But they kind of like to run different backs. I believe they got Damian Harris from Patriots, who's a good runner. But Cook's going to be, I believe, mainly the one catching the ball. But, yeah, I think the Bills are going to be good. I got them around 11 wins. But don't be surprised if the Dolphins or the Jets win this division. Possibly if somehow everything would have to go perfect for the Patriots to win. But, you never know with the Patriots. But I got the Bills winning this.
Yeah, I got Bills also at number 1. James Cook is a great receiving back out of the backfield, and Josh Allen is just a dog. there's your other second MVP. Right behind Kirk Cousins, you got Josh Allen.
And they still got good defense. I mean, Tre'Davious White back there. I mean, the team didn't lose. I mean, the team's they're kind of molded together. They still got Davis. They want to win so bad, but when you're going up against the Chiefs and all these good and the Bengals, it's hard. The AFC's tough, man.
Can I go and put a lock on week 1 already?
What's that?
Give me DeMar Hamlin returning to touchdown week 1.
Returning like interception touchdown?
Yes.
Okay.
He's going to have a
forget about that story. DeMar Hamlin.
He's going to have some big play returning something.
Gotcha. All right. What's the next division?
We're going AFC South, the dirty South.
AFC South.
Number 4.
All right. Number 4. Definitely number 4. Could be the worst team in football this year. I watched Anthony Richardson play the other day. First pass, do a fadeaway, jumping for 6. If Gardner Minshew plays, I don't know. I mean, maybe Richardson plays good plays. I just don't see it. The big thing I like about the Colts, I do like Josh Downs they got from North Carolina. He was a good fantasy receiver and good receiver over there. Jonathan Taylor may not. Who knows if he's going to play? And I believe they got some injuries at the running back position. Offensive line's not as good as what it used to be. I just don't see this team being good. I got them around 4 or 5 wins. I just don't see it.
Number 4, I got Texans. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't tell you the Texans even has.
You know who Texans have. Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
That's right.
They got the number 1 pick.
Overrated. All right, number 3. Who you got?
And the Texans do have what's the receiver? Played like not Jameson Williams, but the other one.
Mark.
No, dang, you're making me blank. I got to look it up now. Hold on.
Well, Chris waits. This stream's brought to you by Moody's Tire Service. If you're in the area, please check them out. Best customer service, best price in the area.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not good with names, but they do got John Mechie. They do got John Mechie over there.
He's pretty quick, ain't he?
Yeah, and they got Nico Collins has been playing really good. They got Dalton Schultz. They added him from the Cowboys. I mean, I think they could upset some teams this year, but I don't see it. They're actually my number 3 team. I got them around the same, maybe 1 win ahead of the Colts. C.J. Stroud comes out and plays elite. I know he threw a pick the other day in the first preseason game, but I mean, they got a good young roster. We'll see what happens.
On number 3, I got the Colts. Me and Chris was watching that game a little bit, and AR, God, doing things he did at Florida. I mean, just throwing it up and getting interceptions. He's going to have good games. He's going to have bad games.
Might not start, though.
Like Chris said before, I think he's going to, put up some fantasy numbers for sure. But, he's just so inconsistent. His great arm, can throw it long, but short, can't do nothing. But number 2, Chris.
Number 2, I got the Tennessee Titans. I got Tennessee Titans getting around 7 or 8 wins. They added DeAndre Hopkins. They still got big boy Derrick Henry. This team could be really good. I mean, who knows? Still got Tannehill. They got Will Levis, the third. He's the third string. They got
mayonnaise in your coffee.
Got Malik. They got what in the world? Just what?
He puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
That is disgusting.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that. That is disgusting. Mayonnaise in your coffee. I've never even heard of that. Will Levis, from Kentucky. And they got Malik Willis, too. So they got a lot of, Malik, neither one of them looked that great. But we'll see what happens there in the quarterback situation. I'm pretty sure it's Tannehill's lose. But, I got the Titans around 7 or 8 wins just because I think the number 1 team's just moving on up this year.
I got number 2. I got the Jags. I like the Jags. A great young team. Leading rushing yard this year, ETN.
Leading rushing yards.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Jaguars, I got easy number 1. This team's gonna be really, really good. Trevor Lawrence is probably, he was really good last year, the dude. And they got ETN. They got Calvin Ridley now. He's gonna be really good. Still got Christian Kirk, who they paid a lot of money, but it seemed like it was worth it. I mean, the team was good last year. I got them around 10 or 11 wins. I got them win this division. I'd be kind of the only way. I mean, I'd be kind of shocked if they didn't win this division. Jags. Only bad thing about the Jags, like I said, you do play the big AFC. You do play the tough AFC. This AFC team. I mean, it's gonna be tough to get past these Chiefs and Bills and Ravens and Bengals. I mean. This AFC is going to be a dogfight, and it's been a dogfight for a little while. But Jags, I remember Jags were good a few years ago, and they made it to the championship game. Now they got Trevor Lawrence. I believe they're gonna be good for a while. They should be good for a while.
And number 1, I got Titans. Derrick Henry. He added D-Hop. That's all I got to say about
If
that.
they gave you 1,000 chances, Bryce, they gave you 1,000 chances out there. Could you tackle Derrick Henry? But you got defenders too, but you got to make the tackle.
No, not at all. I mean, I would get folded instantly.
Okay.
I'm talking about instantly. No, I couldn't.
I was listening to a podcast, and there was a guy that said he could do it in 100 chances.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that guy can keep on drinking.
The dude's
so.
out of shape. Like he's way more out of shape than us.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way, no shot.
Yeah.
Now we're going to the last division, AFC West.
AFC West, it's division. I thought, was going to be. I had the Raiders win this division last year. The Raiders. I had the Derek Carr and the Raiders. Devontae Adams. I had them. But didn't live up to the hype. Jacobs is sitting out, and I got them around 6-7 wins. I mean, I got them at the bottom, probably the bottom between them and the Broncos. I got them playing Garoppolo. They got Garoppolo, who I really like. If he stays healthy, they're going to be good. They got Devontae Adams still. They still got the good defensive line, and I can't remember the kid on the defensive line, the one that always gets into it with Patrick Mahomes. You never really know, but I just don't see it this year. We'll see what the Raiders do. But this team could be one of those teams where they beat some teams that they're not supposed to. Patrick Cantlay just won the FedEx. So, okay, cool.
No, it's the first playoff.
Oh, it's playoff. Oh, all right, we can hurry up. But Raiders, I got them at the 4th spot, and I got them around 6 or 7 wins.
My 4th spot, I got Broncos. Russell Wilson.
I'm surprised you didn't put them at number 1.
No, I mean, I love to say him. Let's ride. It's probably the best thing that came out last 2 or 3 years.
They didn't do shit last year.
But they didn't do a damn thing. I got them at 4. Don't know really much about them.
So they got Cortland Sutton. I mean, they got the young receiving core over there. They got Jerry Jeudy from Alabama. They still got Samaje Perine. They got defense still over there. They don't have Von Miller's on the Bills now, but I mean, I know that's probably the last time you watched the Broncos when they had Von Miller. But yeah, I mean,
John Elway, did Tebow wrong. I mean, it's just I'm not a fan of Broncos. Number 3.
Go ahead. Who you got?
I got the Raiders. Your dad was high on them earlier when you were out this afternoon, and he was talking to me about it. And he said he's very high on them.
My dad?
Yes.
Wow.
I don't know. I put him at 3. Whatever Ricky said, I'll go with. But yeah, Ricky is riding high with the Raiders this year.
I gotta ask him why he's riding high with the Raiders. Okay. I guess because they have Garoppolo. Dad's mad they got Garoppolo, I guess. Anyway, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Raiders can be good. All right. Number 3, I think it's a coin flip between the Broncos and the Raiders. I got the Broncos. But you never know. Broncos could be really good as well. They still got, Russell Wilson. I'm hearing some good things. And they got my boy, Sean Payton, who could change some things over here. He already was talking bad about Nathaniel Hackett, who's on the Jets now. I mean, the Broncos are going to be one of those teams, they could be up there, but I see they're going to be middle of the pack. They're going to beat some teams. Like I've said this, the last few teams are going to beat some teams that you probably won't think they'll beat. They're going to win some games, upset some teams, but I just don't see them making a run in the playoffs. And they got 2 juggernauts here that I like more than the Broncos in this division.
All right, Chris, number 2.
You want me to go number 2? Number 2, I got the Chargers. I got the Chargers finish around 10-6. Everybody's high on the Chargers every year. Everybody thinks they're going to be really good, but it just don't happen. Everybody's picked the Super Bowl, but they added Quentin Johnson from TCU, who got a little banged up last year in college, but they still got Austin Eckler. They still got 3 big receivers. Justin Herbert is probably my MVP this year. I got Justin Herbert. I think he's going to be really good. He's the one that passed the ball the most. Still, I mean, I think the offense is going to be legit. This team's going to beat a lot of teams, but they're going to be, they also lose some games they're not supposed to. But like I said, I got Herbert was injured towards the end of the season last year. They've done said his ribs was bothering him way too much. I mean, he said he was injured and what he led off more. And I think they're going to be, even if they're not really good, I think they're going to be somewhat good. But I'm saying either way, I think Justin Herbert is going to win the MVP. I got Justin Herbert as my MVP, and I got this team finishing around 10 wins and possibly making a playoff run. Maybe they make a run this year.
I also like Herbert. I got the Chargers at 2 myself. I like Herbert. I like Eckler. I think he's going to have at least 1,200 yards this season.
Oh, I don't know. He probably did that last year, but yeah. He was the MVP in fantasy football.
And like I said, you can put him at 3. You guys going to go Kurt, Josh, and Herbert as a MVP ranking. But number 1,
Kirk Cousins said, okay,
yeah. You mark my words, son. I'm telling you.
Is Justin Jefferson's going to have about 2,500 yards? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, he could with Addison, and they got KJ Osborne. I mean, that's okay. Go ahead.
Number 1.
Who was your number 2? You said Kirk. Who?
Kurt, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 1, Chiefs.
Number 1, yeah, Chiefs are easy.
I mean, Mahomes. I mean,
the dude's by. I don't want to say by far. I said it when he came into the league. I don't want to, this dude. I mean, I personally think he's the most talented quarterback to ever play the game. I've said that. People. I said that. People say, "Oh yeah, whatever." I just like him. I know he's got a lot of weapons. Him and Kelsey is hard to beat. But it's going to be a dogfight between them and the Chargers, and they still got the Broncos and the Raiders. I mean, Broncos and Raiders ain't really walkovers either. But I got them finished around 12th thing. The big thing for Mahomes, them young receivers. I mean, he lost McCole Hardman. I think they still got Scantlin over there. They got Sky Moore, who's supposed to be playing in Packer. They got Justin Ross now. Still got Travis Kelce, and guy I like in fantasy who, if he going to be the starter, I guess, in front of Pacheco. They're going to run both of them. Jerick McKinnon, I mean, he's really good. He's done some big things in the playoffs for him. Offense, just, I mean, when we got Mahomes back there, and big thing is it's not just Mahomes. You got Andy Reid, on the offensive side of the ball. The team's going to be really good, and their defense just gets better. Offensive line improved, helped them win another Super Bowl. I mean, they're going to be hard to beat, man.
Andy Reid got some magic plays in that Waffle House menu. You hear me?
Yeah.
I mean that great coach. I like Mahomes. I mean, you can put him 3 or 4 on that MVP list. Honestly, on my list.
Yeah, I mean he's going to be in it. I mean he's going to be on the conversation as long as he stays healthy. He's been good with that. I know he hurt his ankle.
Yeah.
So, but team's going to be good. But the thing is, there's a lot of. It really doesn't matter. I mean, you in the AFC, as long as you win that division, you make the playoffs. Any game in the AFC playoffs is going to be a dogfight.
Can we get her early? I'm talking about super early.
Yeah, Super Bowl prediction.
Yeah.
Tough question. You got somebody? Anybody? I'm trying to think.
For the NFC, I'm going Vikings.
This could be. You going Vikings?
Yes.
I don't. Oh God, I do not see that.
AFC.
Who you got?
It's between 2 teams. But I'm going Vikings, Bills at your Super Bowl.
Dude, I don't know, man. I think it's going to be Eagles. I'll tell you right this. I think it's going to be Eagles and the Saints in the NFC Championship game. I'm hoping anyway.
I do have your Saints going to the championship, though. I do. I will say that. I do
have them in the championship. I don't think the Eagles are going to be good. AFC, God, the AFC is so tough. The AFC is really tough. So I'm going to say the Eagles on the NFC side of the ball again. God, it's hard not to go with the Chiefs again, man. It's really hard, but I want to be different. I don't want to go with the Chiefs again. I know the Bengals almost made it last year. Do I want to take the Bengals? You know what? God, do I want to do it? I don't think this is going to happen, but I'm going to go bold prediction.
I think you're.
I'm going to go bold prediction. I'm going to go Eagles over the Jaguars in the Super Bowl.
Woo!
Eagles defeat the Jaguars in the Super Bowl. So who did you have winning in that game?
You like that? I'm telling you, Vikings is going to put on a show this year.
Vikings over
Bills.
Vikings over Bills. God, that'd be such a disappointment for Josh Allen if he got to Super Bowl against the Vikings and lost. I'm going Eagles over Jags. I could see Eagles over Bengals, or Eagles over.
How-
I got the Eagles win the Super Bowl.
I like to see the Dolphins get up there, though, to be honest with you.
Dolphins going to be. It's all depends on Tua, so we'll see. But yeah, appreciate you watching. We're going to be doing college. We were going to do it today, but probably do that Wednesday. We're going to go live for college. The college show. Going to be doing our top 10 games for the year. So make sure you check that out Wednesday night. Also going to be doing this each week. I'm not sure what we'll be doing next week. We'll figure it out. Maybe do some. If we do it next week after, we're trying to get in the groove till the regular season. We're going to keep going. Clay may hop on, give his thoughts on the season. But yeah, top 10 games for college Wednesday, and looking forward to both seasons, college and NFL. Bryson, like you said, following the NFL, we're going to be doing our ESPN Fantasy Football League. Hopefully, I got to find a couple more people because some people said they didn't want to do it, I guess. But anyway, looking forward to that. Looking forward to a good season. And yeah, go ahead. Call us out since you're the host now.
Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe. Find us on Apple Podcasts. Thank y'all for tuning in.
And Spotify.
Shout out to Spotify. Shout out to the Vikings. Shout out to Kirk Cousins. Super Bowl champs.
Peace.